Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever video of my team career mode here on F122. Today we're going to create a team along with all the settings needed for a fantastic first video of the series. First off, we need to decide the entry point of our team, and I've decided to try and make ourselves a midfield contender because it's not the quickest car but it isn't the slowest either, and I feel like it's going to give us the best starting point in terms of raw pace, horsepower, and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, the newcomer, I know a lot of you have been choosing mid newcomer, but I feel like it's the best option. And championship contender, definitely not, because it's too easy if it's a championship contender right off the bat. I'm not going to try and bore you guys too much with all the settings that we are implementing into this career mode, but there are quite a few that I want to point out. We are doing a full qualifying with a 50% race, 92% AI, with quite a bit of other features like safety cars and increased resource and acclaim boosts, because I feel like I want this career mode to go quickly, but at the same time I want everyone to have max cars very quickly. And yeah, there's not a lot much to the actual settings of the entire career mode, but I had to show this part of the video just to show you guys what kind of settings I am using. Honestly, the simulation settings are a huge part, so I wanted to make sure that car damage was on standard, along with car damage rate, because simulation is way too difficult. And we are going to confirm those settings, and I feel like this career mode, I'm going to do it with my team icons, and and we're just going back to simulation settings, because I don't have a clue what I'm doing on this game. So we're going to use my team icons, we're going to start a career, and we're just going to skip right on over to our driver customization, along with our helmet design. And our helmet this year is going to be just a nice basic helmet. It's going to be a nice red with a little bit of white, a little bit of turquoise, and it's just going to be like a very neutral helmet just to kick things off. I'm sure once I find a few mods, I can implement them into the game and we can get myself a custom helmet. And once I learn how to make my own mods for this game, it will make it a lot easier for us to make our car even more spectacular than it probably will be this first season. This first season is just a starting point, and let's hope for the best for this season, because I am super excited to share it with you guys. And yeah, that's my helmet design. It's very ugly looking, but I don't want to give a ton away for the suit, so but we are going to show you the colors of the suit because it matches the car, and it kind of gives you a teaser on what the car's colors are actually going to look like. I didn't want to bore you too much with customization and all that stuff, but you know, it's customization. I know a lot of you guys like customizing the cars of my team career mode, and this color is a little bit interesting along with the suit, because it doesn't really match my helmet at all, or my helmet doesn't match the car color or the suit at all. And I just wanted to be a little bit different, trying to make our car very interesting in terms of color. And I think it's going to be a very good first season for us, especially with the settings I've chose. And we are just going to finish up with the customization of everything else except for like the appearance, like podium emotes, radio message, not the radio messages, the winning messages, and the character poses don't really interest me too much, so I chose things that are pretty very standard. But I can't think for myself, and I don't have any podium emotes. Once we get farther in the game, I'm sure I'll probably change the podium emotes and all that sort of stuff. But for now, we're just going to go with some very basic ones. Just zooming through this, just picking the ones that appeal to the eye the quickest. And we are going to skip the part where I color our car. We are going to make our team name. You guessed it. No, I'm joking. You never guessed it because I haven't done one of these before. But we are going to go with the very classic Lotus F1 team, because I really like their livery, and I feel like I can make a mod that looks really good. We are going to choose Moon as our sponsor, even though it's the toughest one to get. I really think, since we're a midfielder, I think we could really get 25 Constructors Championship points. And with the extra cash we got, I think we are going to choose the Ferrari engine. Its performance and durability are the highest, and that's a very obvious choice for us. And our teammate, I don't want to choose one of the higher end drivers, so I chose with a midfielder, which is Nico Hulkenberg. It's Hulkenback at its finest. And here we go with Will Buxton talking nonstop.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing, with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about 1,000,000 questions, so let's jump straight in. It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
Obviously, the car livery wasn't the best work that I've ever done, but we are going to choose an option that does not matter, because these first two interview questions do not matter at all what you answer. They do not affect anything. This one does, though, and we are going to go with something that affects the aero, makes the aero better, the morale better, because we are going to focus heavily on maximizing our traction out of corners, just to make sure that our car is going to be one of the top with air. Actually, never mind. We are going with responsive. I changed my mind last second because I think that one affects chassis. This one we are going to go with ERS system. We need to upgrade our engine as much as possible. Even though we have the Ferrari, it is going to be very, very slow without some ERS. And we are going to go with a chassis affected region, and then aero, because aero and chassis are the main two things I'm going to focus on.
To get an insight from you, and of course to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it, and thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
Thank you for that, Will, and we'll make sure to try and talk to you as much as we can during this season, even though a lot of F1 drivers do not want to talk to you because of how many questions you ask. And we are going to use some free time, but I accidentally forgot to use the free time because I was too focused on getting a secondary sponsor, in which we are going to choose one that gets us the most weekly income and the gold bonus, which is UserIpe, UTRP. I don't know how I say it, but the only goal that it has for us is to out-qualify my rival, which if I choose someone who's semi-decent, then it should be okay to try and beat my rival. But there's the beautiful color of our team. Everything is brand new, fresh, and we are going to get some development feedback to increase our research point generation, because that is very, very important. And we are going to be the fourth quickest car at the very start of the season. And maybe I was a little bit wrong in choosing a midfield car, but you know, I had thoughts about making it the very lowest car, but I didn't thought against it. Instead of aero, we are going to focus a little bit more on chassis because chassis is very important along with aero. And I accidentally hit advanced time, making us only able to select the aero and chassis focus, which gets us 1200 resource points, but it lowers the morale of the powertrain and durability section, and but it does raise the morale of the aero and the chassis section. And there's a bunch of emails that I didn't want to read, and we are going to advance time. And there's a personnel department intervening, and we decided to let Nico Hulkenberg to have more pace versus awareness, because awareness doesn't really affect much on this game, but yeah, pace is a lot more important. And there we go. Morale on powertrain and durability are low because of the choices that we made in terms of getting that before season event. And we are going to advance, and we get another event with the chassis department. This time we had to decide if we're going to give our driver more experience or destroy the chassis morale, or vice versa. And we decided to give him more experience because the chassis already had enough morale to stay high, and it looks pretty good starting off our career mode. And we are going to upgrade some durability components. But that is it for this first part of our series. We are going to advance up to the Bahrain Grand Prix, but we're not going to start it. That is in our next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed, and if you would like to see anything else in this career mode, make sure to leave us a comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time at the Bahrain Grand Prix for the very first race of this season.